Hey everybody, hey going? Steve here. Welcome back to Command Centre Wargaming. Fantastic everybody. Alright, so look, today we're going to have a look at some of these Horus Heresy playing cards that I just picked up from Games Workshop today. I was just in there grabbing some extra contrasts. Anyone who's been having a look at my other videos knows I'm sort of, not my primary choice for paints, but I'm going to go through and do a little bit of stuff in them up on the channels coming up. And I picked up Pterodon Turquoise. All right, I want to see how that goes. And I also picked up Contrast Templar Black, which is recommended by one of our subscribers on the channel. So we're going to have a look at that. We're going to test that out as well here on the channel. So that's pretty fantastic. Coming up in another video. But yeah, so look, I was in the Game Workshop Sydney and basically just walking around, having a look around for cool stuff. And I saw this, and it's the Horus Heresy playing cards. And as I'm doing a lot of, Horus Heresy stuff at the moment, 30k, building an Alpha Legion army and things like that, because I've also got one in 40k, I thought I'd pick this up. Now, I got no clue what this is. As you can see, the plastic's on it, so I thought we could go through and sort of open it together. Now, what it looks like, that looks like Lehman Russ on the back there. All right. And here's the back of the box. So ignore that crazy price on the back there, everybody else. But okay, that's EU, so US. It's got the EU-US prices there as well, Canadian. And it's basically, look, playing cards. Each card is illustrated with the spectacular cover art of the 54 books in the best-selling series of the Horus Heresy. All right, by Neil Roberts and Phil Sibering. Yeah, now, look, what I'm hoping these are, and what I'm guessing these are, is Horus on the back, is that it's basically just like a deck of playing cards, like Joker, King, Queen, Jack sort of thing, but in the Horus Heresy. And if it is, I reckon that's going to be really epic. And, I'm kind of I'm just hoping it's not just going to be some, some artwork on cards with some kind of, Games Workshop version of a card deck. I'm really hoping it's going to be, traditional cards like, Horus as the King or the Joker or whatever, or, it would probably be like, what it was, a Loken, or maybe, yeah, sort of like Erebus or something like that as a Joker. And then, so on and so forth. And, maybe we've got, some Sisters of Silence as one of the queens or something like that. But yeah. But anyway, look, let's have a look. And let's try to open this and see what's going on. And so I hope that this is what it is. It looks like just a standard card deck. And you can see here it's got the black library on the back of it as well. So I'm just going to get this plastic off. I probably should have done this before off camera. Here you go. Have a look at these Helldrake wings while I go through and open these cards. So basically, yeah. So I probably should have opened this before, but I like to do sort of like my unboxings, like with the plastic on, so we can share the experience together. And here we have there's a nice sort of really nice finish on the cards there. It's sort of like, sort of frosted a little bit as well on the deck. So let's open this up and see what's going on there. And just open that right up. And they feel like cards. Oh, yeah, they're looking like boss versions of standard playing cards. And that's really what I wanted. So, yeah, wow, these are actually epic, everybody. So, very simple thing, but very cool thing. And I thought that, these would really be cool for the channel because, I like to do things that other channels aren't covering yet. And I haven't exactly seen these yet. So, and it's fantastic. So I could just go and, play Warhammer now with people who are into cards, and I can trick them into getting into the hobby. And they say, oh, what's this? And I say, oh, this is, you're playing cards and this is Warhammer, and if you like what you see here, you can go sell a kidney to buy an army. So anyway, but cool. So look, yeah, look, I mean, the back of them is the Eye of Horus, which is really fantastic, and it's they're all the same on the back as well. You know, so they've all got that sort of Eye of Horus on the back there, which is fantastic. So guess what I'm going to do? I'll make it easy. I'm just going to put these down one at a time, so we can have a look and see what's on them. All right. So here we go. We've got an ace here, which is pretty cool. All right. I'll just see if I can just zoom in a little bit on that, a little bit better for you, and see if I can get the camera just a little bit, sort of like more flush with the card. So yeah, still sorting out all the cinematography and stuff for this new room, ladies and gentlemen, and people. So there we go. And that looks like a Imperial Fist smacking an Iron Warrior from here. I'm assuming it's an Iron Warrior because he's got those chevrons on the shoulder pad, and that's pretty cool. So the next one is a Two of Clubs. And the Two of Clubs looks like it's Imperial Fist. I think he might be... It's not Dawn, is it? Oh, it's hard to see from here. No, it's definitely not Dawn. It's with Malkador the Sigillite. And it could be... Oh, I forgot his name now. That guy... No, it's not the fleet commander from Imperial Fists. But anyway, let me know in the comment, you know, if you know the character's name. And just say, oh yeah, you know, Two Clubs, Steve was this guy here and all that kind of stuff. And then we look like, we've got some Ultramarines here, who are, you know, the Vanilla Boys, my favourite in 40k. All right, which is awesome. Okay, and then we got 4 clubs, and this looks like, it looks like Vulcan. I'm pretty sure it's Vulcan because he's got that epic hammer there. All right, it could be just a normal Terminator, but I'm pretty sure it's Vulcan because you can see he's got his hammer and his, you know, he's sort of like trying to protect his fallen brother there on the ground. But that's really cool. And then we got an assassin. There we go. Right, and you got the assassin there. All right, 5 clubs. Okay. Then we got the Lehman Russ on Prospero with the Sisters of Silence, ready to serve Magnus his justice in the name of the Emperor. And so yeah, it really is just what the box says. It's basically like, you know, playing cards with Horus Heresy art on it. And hey, like, that's fine with me. Like, that's awesome. Good old Angron. Good old Angron there, like on the cards, 7 clubs, Angron. Right, okay, and then we got... Now, I'm not... You know what? I'm not actually 100% sure who that was meant to be. I know that he... I know it's from, you know, Galaxy in Flames, which was the first Horus Heresy book. Obviously, I've, like, literally, you know, read that book 3 times, and I've got the audio book and gone through that another 2 times, the whole trilogy. I think it's meant to be Horus, actually. Back when he was with the Lunar Wolves. Yeah, like, I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments down below if you know who that is, because I just remember sort of Horus having long hair in the first book, but I could be wrong because I think he started to shave it bald or whatever, you know, back when he started to turn. But you know, when he yeah. But anyway, look, just let me know in the comments, everybody. I've always wondered about that. And good old Mortarion there, which is the 9 clubs. Right, looking pretty dope there. And one of my favourite books, actually, from the first Heretic, and this was it's a Custode fighting like a demon. This is kind of like a bit of a prequel to the Horus Heresy books, you know, basically where the word bearers found this stuff on a planet, and you know how they actually found the book which led them to turn to chaos, which was pretty cool. And yeah, with Lorgar, I think it was as well. Corax, Raven Guard. It's a Joker, Club Joker. And we've got the 9 diamonds, right, which just looks like a salamander warrior of some kind. It's some fantastic art, isn't it? I actually haven't seen that piece before. And then here we go. 10 diamonds. This Gilliman and Sanguinus. It wasn't Ulanor. That was the planet that they burned. The name is not burned. They wiped it out because that's when Lorgar basically, they found out that the word bearers were, setting up the Emperor to be a god, and they busted him, and they kind of basically went there and made an example of the word bearers and stuff. The name eludes me. I do know it, but I just can't remember it right now. It's not Elysium, and it's not Malcador. Anyway, yeah, comments, guys, awesome. So, Jack of Diamonds, and there you got Magnus the Red, obviously, leading his 1,000 Sons up against what I assume would be a Space Wolf incursion. Two best BFFs here, Horus and Fulgrim, by the looks of it, having their council meeting up on the decks of wherever that was. And the next one is a really cool artwork. It looks like some iron hands and some salamanders smacking it out, like, dishing out the pain from somewhere, which is pretty cool. And this is from Flight of the Eisenstein. The Death Guard guy, is it Garrow? Garrow. I think it might have been Garrow from the Death Guard, Oath of Moment. But yeah, it's where some of the Death Guard, sort of got away, and loyalist Death Guard, and they went back to try to get, back to the Imperium to warn of Horus's treason. And they went through the warp, and they ended up getting back. They ended up getting back to Rogel Dawn, and Rogel Dawn, when I think it was Garrow, he went up and he basically he said to Rogel Dawn that oh yeah, look, Horus has committed treason, and Rogel Dawn literally just power fisted this guy in the head, because he was like, how dare you? That's preposterous. And then broke his jaw or something, and and then eventually, Rogel Dawn sort of went, okay, hang on a minute, this guy's telling the truth, and and that in the air. So then they mounted the Istvan 5 attack. Now here we go. This is one of my favourite artworks too. This is Rogel Dawn versus Alfarius in their battle, or just before Rogel Dawn apparently killed Alfarius. I don't believe Alfarius is dead. In my heart, he still lives, because everyone's Alfarius, of course. But he can't be dead. Everybody, he's got to come back as a Primarch, as a loyalist Primarch in 40k, and he's got to help Guilliman, or, which is one of my massive theories, which is that Guilliman is actually Alfarius, and when they fought, Alfarius actually killed Guilliman, and Alfarius took Guilliman's identity and place, and basically it's been Guilliman that was in stasis, and then it's so the Imperium's being led by Alpha Legion right now. It's a bit of a conspiracy, but how mad would that be? So which is sort of bank into, with the 20th Legion, because nobody really knows what went on in the at Terra. When the Emperor sort of had him there, apparently the Alpha Legion had this secret training that was going on, that nobody else got, and they were created for some purpose, that nobody else got, and so I reckon that'd be pretty epic. I know it's never going to be true, everybody, but still, whatever. It's cool. It's a Alpha Legion fanboy here. All good. Basically, because they're essentially in 30k, they're basically Ultramarines in 30k, kind of. Because, they're blue, and they're also, their Primarch Alfarius is essentially in 30k, is an army buffer. So he's like Guilliman, and it's which is pretty crazy. And it's funny because I was saying just today, and I was saying, when I said I wanted to play 30k because I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I like 7th edition as well. I think I like 8th edition better, I do, but 7th edition is really good too. And I like the way some weapons can't, you know, do damage on certain toughnesses and stuff in 7th edition. And I really like that. I'm not 100% on, and I like the firing arcs too. It adds that element of realism into the game. You know, like sponsons can only fire certain directions. You know, I think as much as I like 8th edition, I think it has been dumbed down a little bit. And you know, there were some things that I would have kept in there. Firing arcs is one of them. The other thing about 8th edition, I'm not like 100% massive on personally, is the fact that, like, you know, anything can wound anything on a 6 pretty much. You know, it's like, and I get it. Like, I know that they're trying to say, oh yeah, but Steve, it's, you know, it's thematic, and, you know, like, I remember one of the guys from Games Workshop tried to tell me once, it's like, oh nah man, like, you know, it's so if, you know, a guy, like, he has a knife and he throws it at a tank, and, you know, you think about like a fell blade or something, you throw a knife at a tank, a fell blade, and it accidentally cuts some wire, you know, and it does like, you know, like a wound off a tank. It's like, I mean, come on guys, like, seriously, you know, like a friggin' knife, you know, like throwing it at a tank is gonna, like, you know, like the Astartes, you know, you've got the peak of human military technology in 30k, sorry, in 40k. Well, it's not the peak, I suppose, but still, guys, they're not stupid enough that, you know, the Land Raiders are literally like atmosphere proof and, you know, and submersible. Right, but like, you're gonna throw a knife at like a Land Raider, and it's there to simulate the cutting of a wire, you know, and then that's just, it takes the wound off. Yeah, nah, you know, not really buying. Anyway, I'm not gonna rant on in this video. This is gonna be a cool review, nice Steve video, and I'm actually setting up another channel on a platform called the Library. And it's basically like, you know, for my ranting and stuff. So I'm going to call it Steve Raw. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my rants on that channel and keep this channel a little bit cleaner. And that other channel is going to be not just 40k, but like sort of like movie reviews and games reviews as well. And I'm just going to like cut stick in there. So, you know, so cool. So there you go, Rogal Dawn as well. The good old Sanguinius, right? Some fantastic art. Here we go. There's another Ultramarine, right? And someone in the background there. I can't actually make out 100% who that is in the background from here, from the camera angle, but all good. Oh, here we go, Joker. There's a Death Guard. I mean, like, that's pretty clever. It's kind of like Joker. Is he loyal or has he turned? There's another shot from that Flight of the... No, that's not Flight of the Eisenstein. That's Battle of Vistavan 3, I think. It's Galaxy... Sorry, the other book was called Horus Rising. Sorry, the first book was Horus Rising. Galaxy in Flames was the third book. I'm a bit scattered, so all good. No doubt some Reddit virgin's gonna write in the comments and, no, you don't notice the freaking hair, but whatever. Yeah, good luck. If you haven't figured it out by now, I don't care. So basically, yeah, there we go. So we got looks like Lorgar with I can't see who that is. Is that Pretabello? It's hard to see from here, but no, it's Angron. He got his axes there. It's just he looks very lean in that shot, so it's hard to see. The good old excuse me, the good old Alpha Legion boy. So the good old Alpha Legion boys there. Back when they had the purple armor. I do like that purple armor. I would have done mine purple. I was contemplating it, but like, I just think it's a bit too close to Emperor's Children. And I think, you know, for 30k, I think, you know, loyalists, the loyalists basically, you know, the purple should be, it should be, you know, sort of like unique to Emperor's Children, in my opinion. And, you know, it's kind of just should be reserved for them. But that's just me, you know, it's just like, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's Emperor's Children's thing. Leave them alone. Let them have their purple and all good. Thunder Warrior and all that. So yeah, cool. And we're gonna go through. Ooh, he's like an Emperor Titan, I think, in the background. Pretty sure that's an Emperor because of the Kentucky Fried Chicken buck and boots, and the city on the top. So that's pretty good. And yeah, so here we go. Here's some Iron Hands as well, fighting up some Xenos. It was awesome. Which is brings me back to one of my favourite parts of when they're talking about the, sort of like the old school days before the heresy and that, when they were doing the compliance campaigns, and the Marines found a ship full of, well, actually it wasn't just a ship, it was a convoy of ships and of aliens and humans living together in harmony, and literally, like, because obviously the Marines are quite strict in their beliefs, and the Emperor is quite obtuse in his ways. Basically, that can't happen because you got to keep humanity pure. And so what happened was the Marines, I can't remember what legion it was now. I think it might have even been the Lunar Wolves, like before they went over to Sons of Horus, and basically they went and smashed the shit out of these aliens and humans and stuff. When they got to the bridge, like they got to the bridge of this ship, and there was like an alien there, and they turned around and said to, I think it was Horus, and said like, oh, we just wanted to live together. We just wanted to live in peace together. And then, like, pretty sure it was Horus, and Horus just literally like executes him on the spot. Like, and he's just like, nah, there is no respite. There is only war, Anyway, so there's Demon Fulgrim and Horus. So Fulgrim in his transformed form there, which is pretty cool. Really, it'd be nice to see a model for him, The Khan from the White Scars, which is pretty cool. And here we have, I'm just trying to think who this is. I think this is the Iron Warriors, but pre-heresy Iron Warriors. So when they were on the good guys' side, when they were loyalists, that's the correct terminology. And here we go. This looks like the Khan once again, smashing up a Slanesh demon. And moving on, a lot of pictures, like heaps of cards. Like, I think it was just like $20 or something. The price was on the ticket before I ripped it off. Let me see if I find it. So this pack was $8 UK, $10 Euro, $12.50 US. Canada was $16, and Australia was $20. Like, seriously, is awesome gimmick. I will buy again. I probably might even buy another deck actually. Here we go. So Primarch, Ferrus Manus or Perturbala. I think it was Perturbello. Always get those two mixed up. Yeah, it's Perturbello because he's got all the guns and stuff. Yeah, for some reason I always get those two mixed up because they're really similar. The Emperor. Who's that? Gee, I don't know. It's the Emperor. All right, so with the Emperor there. Just going to clear this up so it's a little bit easier to see. Fantastic art there. All right. I think that's from the book Master of Mankind, actually, if I'm not mistaken. That's definitely Vulcan. Really nice picture of a Lehman Russ. Actually, I don't think this is a Lehman Russ. I think that's actually one of the Forge World tanks. I think that's the Malcador or something like that. It's one of the Imperial Guard, the pre-heresy Imperial Guard, or the Solar Aquilia, I think they're called. Yeah, and there we go. There's a Lunar Wolf cutting it out. I think that's a Lunar Wolf. Hard to see. Could be a Death Guard. It's just white, so it could even be a White Scar, really, couldn't it? It's funny. I always thought that in this artwork. I think this was from the second Horus book. I always thought his artwork, these helmets looked a lot like the Star Wars Clone Trooper helmets. Or the Jango Fett helmets, which is pretty cool. There you got Corax again. That photo, I think, was pissed where he blew up that planet when they were trying to clone those raptors. There's another Chaos Marine. Right? If you get that joke, Dark Angel. So, Russ having a fight with Horus. Gilliman, I believe it's Gilliman. That's when he was fighting the word bearers just before he got his stuff smashed up. I think they were fighting, was it the word bearers or him knowing for the word bearers or fighting the Emperor's children. It was in a vacuum. It was like, and they unleashed the noise marines and stuff. So I'm pretty sure it was Emperor's children if they were using noise marines. But yeah, and oh wow, I haven't seen this before. Check that out. Look at that. It's like Sanguinius fighting like a demon, probably greater demon, probably when he was protecting the gates of Terror or something like that, or on the siege of Terror. Yeah, so Mechanicum. I think this was Lorgar coming up. Like good Lorgar. It's Emperor Titan. Once again, assuming that's an Emperor Titan, because yeah, there we go. Here's a really fantastic piece of art. Horus and the Emperor duking it out on the Ulanor campaign against the Orcs, which is fantastic. It's Horus again, really nice close up of Horus. Vulcan, a lot of Vulcan in here. It's like the Vulcan deck. Another Chaos Marine. The Lion versus Conrad Kurz. Khan, once again. And another Imperial Fist dude. I'm trying to think of that guy's name. It's the same guy. I can't remember his name. Stuff it. Let me know in the comments below, everybody. Another Joker card, which looks like a Word Bearer. Word Bearer and Arimon in the background, or maybe it's just like a general sorcerer, I'm not sure. And last but not least, we've basically got another picture of Horus, which is pretty fantastic as well. So yeah, so that's the deck, everybody, and I just, like I said, I just wanted to share that with you. I thought it was awesome, and you know, something different. You know, I haven't seen anything about this on YouTube yet, and you know, sort of like break the mold of the 100 contrast tests that are going on. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. What I'll do is I'll just grab a quick shot for the front of the video. That looks cool. I'm gonna have that there. Sort of like get it there. And then got to have our Farius on there, because we all know. No bias, everybody. No bias intended. We've already got Chaos S, so we don't need Dark Angels. Ha ha ha. Emperor Man, yeah, look, you should actually be going there because you're epic. But I just like this piece of artwork also. Where is it? Come on, there it is. Yeah, get to see it. So get that in there. All right, brothers. Sweet. Put that there. And there we go. We've got the cover video for the video. So yeah. All right, everybody. Fantastic. Look, you know, my name's Steve. It's Command Centre Wargaming. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. We do Warhammer content very regularly. You know, reviews, tactics, list building, and painting tutorials, and unboxings, and rants, and everything. And we're honest on this channel. So yeah, awesome. All right, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one.